What's up, YouTube? I haven't done one of these before, but I've had a lot of people asking about the business and growing a business. And the number one thing people are asking about is getting clients. So I figured I would sit down and just share a little bit of my lessons, wins, and losses over the past 9 months while pivoting my entire business to be client focused. And the biggest thing I've learned is that if you don't have results, you don't have a skill set, you won't be able to get what you believe you deserve, because you don't deserve anything until you can prove to someone that you can deliver the results that they are seeking. And to do that, I would highly recommend focusing on crafting your skill set so that you can do some things for free in the start, so you can build actual case studies that act as word of mouth marketing. And to do that, you're going to have to be able to put yourself out there, put your ego aside, and really go after someone or multiple people that will hopefully either pay you a little bit, or you will do the work for free to prove that you can bring value to that person. And I see a lot of entrepreneurs in the media content space that are bummed they can't land a client that will pay them. And the biggest thing is that you probably just don't have good enough results yet. And all it takes is one set of results to propel you into endless amount of options. And the biggest thing too is that you're going to learn there's trade-offs, and the trade-offs that you're going to have to deal with are going to revolve around saying yes and no. Because you're going to get to a point, if you have a successful case study and successful results, where a lot of people will want to work with you, but your quality will go down for your clients that are already working with you if you say yes to other people. So until you can successfully scale by hiring or by systematizing or creating a way that allows you to keep quality good across the board of everyone you're working with, I would recommend that you don't scale until you know that you can withstand more work in keeping the quality high. And with that, you're going to have to turn down potential clients, and you're going to see money opportunities that you want to say yes to because you see a sum of money. But if you say yes to that and then you do a bad job for your current clients, then they will discuss with other people, and then it could tarnish your personal brand that you can't deliver the results that you are promising. So always focus on your first client and doing well with your first client until you can actually withstand going to other clients. And that's how you're going to be able to build a strong rep, that you've delivered results and that you can do it again. And then you can combine multiple people while you're working, and this will allow you to scale slowly. And the toughest thing about content creation in terms of doing it for other people and creating an agency or a machine is that your quality of work needs to maintain, and hopefully it can maintain driving results that increase the value of whatever you are driving views, likes, conversions for. People aren't going to pay you if the value spent on a service doesn't have a direct ROI, and no one wants to lose money. Now, the big pivot I've recognized and I am diving headfirst into is moving from working with creators to working with brands, businesses, software companies, journalist companies that have social media presence around sports, and finding weird niches, especially online education, colleges, community colleges, any type of education startup, health tech. All of these companies need content. And the biggest thing is they need good content that drives to their goals. And you have to figure out what someone's goals are before you can actually craft and create something for them that will be impactful. And during your discovery process, I would recommend that you spend time figuring out exactly why this person is good to work with or not good to work with. You might realize, oh, I can take this person's money and do the work, but we're not going to be a good fit, and I don't think it's going to work out well, but you still want to do it. That's not going to really drive you forward. Maybe if you need the money, great, but it's not going to drive you forward in terms of doing well for your clients and for your future. So always think about, like, where are you trying to take what you're doing? and work backwards from there, and then figure out where your step one is. And from your step one, you're going to keep building more steps. What I've been able to do in 9 months, I would have never expected a year ago, but I really just focused on one thing after another, and it's compounded and snowballed into way bigger opportunities with this mindset. And you'll probably run into roadblocks where you're like, wow, I wish I didn't do that, or I wish I did this. And that's part of the journey of like realizing the things that you could do better down the road so you don't redo that mistake again. And I'll share more of that on another video. I just realized I went on this off the cuff riff on all these ideas without putting the light on, which I'm kind of bummed because it would look way better. Okay, I set the light up. So I listened back to that video as well already. And wins and losses is what I opened up with. So a few things. Win-wise, I took Zach Williams from 600 followers to 165,000 followers since working together. Took Dan Coe from, I think, 250,000 followers to 1.4 million followers. We don't work together anymore. And we did really well in 6 weeks, did 100 million organic views. When you have successful case studies, you're going to have a massive inflow of opportunity. And the biggest problem is you're going to have so much opportunity that you don't know how to handle it. And this is where you get overwhelmed and have to decide what to say yes on and what to say no on. And the big thing there is, as soon as you see this opportunity, you need to figure out how to scale your systems so that you can withstand volume. And then you also need someone who can run sales if you're the creative type, or if you're the sales type, someone who can run creative, and start building out a systematized process so that you can take on as much work as possible that makes sense so that you don't miss out on free warm leads. The best leads you will ever get are word of mouth and warm. That means they came from someone recommending you, or they came from your social media results that people are talking about, or they saw your name and they search up your website. As much as people say a website doesn't matter, I agree and disagree. The first 5 months, I had a very shitty website. It got 20 to 30, 50 leads a month. The new website converts way better at higher quality leads. It has a budget minimum, which helps me instantly vet someone who is inquiring. You get all their information organized. I would highly recommend that when you are going to scale, create an input form that separates out and gives you the opportunity to pre-qualify a lead so that you can know going into a welcome email, is this a good lead to pursue? Should I get them on a phone call? Should I just talk to them over email? For a high ticket lead, you want to get them on a phone call as fast as possible to do an intro call, learn more about them, and figure out how you can cater your service directly towards them. And then you need to see if they're actually a good fit. What other lessons? I lost out on a lot of potential clients because I simply couldn't say yes to everyone and didn't want to say yes to everyone. And I should have built a referral system and given a lot of those clients to someone else. The problem is they're coming based on the work we have created, so they expect a standard that's very high, and I expect a high standard, so having someone who's good that would take referrals would have been a great thing to set up, but everything happened so quick. And results are what everyone wants. So you really, if you're innovating and it's working, there's going to be people copying. You really just have to go and be the best and try to make the best so that it's hard to copy you. And leverage points. So you want to make partnerships with people who can bring you deals, give them a cut. It's really no risk for yourself, and someone else is going to take 10 to 20% of the entire value of the deal. But the best part is that you probably don't have to do much work for those type of deals. They land in your lap and they turn into potentially a lot more work from that person when you send them a referral wire. I prefer to never do less than 10% and up to 20%, depending on the deal, maybe more or less. Everything on those is case by case. Working with Casey Neistat's cool. Helped him bring together a lot of videos when I was working with him, and then helped him on the ChatGPT AI video. It was a difficult motion graphics work to recreate ChatGPT interface inside his video to be on pace and adapt to the script that ChatGPT generated. That video did really good. I think it's 2 million plus views, a lot of great feedback in the comments. They really liked it. That video was not good until we added the ChatGPT module. It was very bland, and the ChatGPT module brought it to life and made it very engaging. If you check it out, you'll notice that you want to follow the footage and the GPT module the entire time you're watching. And people are looking for different styles of content. I believe we were the first people on all of YouTube to bring ChatGPT motion graphics with a video onto the platform. So when someone does that, it's going to perform well, reach new audiences. It got a lot of hate on Twitter because Casey typed in generate a video script for Casey Neistat, and the first thing it generated we produced. So it wasn't trained, and then the AI gurus and people were mad that it wasn't trained, and Casey was talking bad about AI. That was a really fun project, fun to film too. What else? It's very hard to scale creatives and do a good job. I prefer doing less but higher quality now. And this is because what someone will pay $10,000 for 10 videos, someone will pay $10,000 for one video. And at a certain point, you should go to your highest leverage opportunities so that your mind doesn't burn out. You don't get overwhelmed and stressed. To a point, yeah, you can take on a lot of stress as a business owner if you're built that way. And some people can't. So understanding your stress points and how much stress you can tolerate will be very good if you're trying to build something that is cash flow positive. I remember from November till I think February, I slept 4 to 6 hours a night because it was all in on doing Dan Coe's videos, which it drove millions of followers and I think like 120 million organic views. So that's like one of those things that you can trade off your health temporarily for when your momentum is going crazy, but I highly wouldn't recommend doing that for years on end. Got this sick office now down in Broadway. It's actually Casey Neistat's old Beam studio, and it's been a complete game changer for my life to not work where I sleep. Sometimes I sleep back here, but to have an apartment that's a mile away, I can bike, walk, Uber, whatever. I can come here. I usually spend most of my days in here, often in here on the weekends at random hours, at night random hours. To have a place that you can get out of your house to work is very good for productivity and getting things done. It's also a business expense, so you can write it off under your business, which is great. It's also a good idea if you have close friends that are hustlers and working hard to get in a collaborative environment. I am with Dylan Jardin here. He has a YouTube channel, and then also with Zach Pogrob, who is Behavior Hack, or was Behavior Hack on Instagram, massive following, an amazing writer. And we're all kind of in this great collaborative environment that lets us really bounce ideas off each other, and it helps you be more creative when you can get creative validation instantly when you're around people. It's later right now. They've already left. Dylan's out of town. Zach went home. That's why I'm recording. It would be hard for me to sit here and record clear thoughts thinking that I could potentially see someone in the background moving around. So got this new sign. Some guy made it for me. Pretty badass. That's Zach's brand, Fall Obsession, or his tagline, which I think like all great things come from being obsessed on trying to get better results. Good examples like Kobe Bryant was an absolute savage, and he followed his obsession for basketball at all costs to become the greatest. Michael Jordan, same type of example. You have to obsess over something, a skill. I mean, if you want to get good at anything, you're going to require countless hours of obsession. I'll do more of these videos, so if you watch this and you have an idea, start commenting. I'm going to try and do one of these a week just around the business and building the business and case studies, things that have done well. The Dan Coe case study I'll break down in another video, and then Zach Williams has been a great case study, and we're about to pivot a bit where we want to drive traffic to so that it ultimately helps his current company, Venveo. And then I have a few other great case studies and clients. I've been doing some stuff with crypto companies and DeFi and software technologies. And the real big unique angle with animation and pushing towards certain niches is that animation ends up becoming a stronger way to storytell than using someone's face, because the animation is easy to follow and you can educate your audience at the same time while spreading a message that can be positive, or it can be educational, or a sales video. And that really helps with certain industries that all they're trying to do is increase their conversion rate in sales and help their sales team. And by catering a certain style of video to a certain product, now when someone lands on a website, you can watch a 1 or 2 minute animated video that goes over exactly why you need this product. And if it's a good fit, your customer ideally will purchase it or book a demo or reach out from email. And the goal is conversions there. And whenever you're creating a video that is for a business or someone else that's hired you, you have to fully understand the goals and what the KPIs are that they are tracking and why they are important. So that's all I have right now that I'm going to think of. And I know it's probably all over the place. A lot of people have been asking, when are you going to start posting content? I just did, I don't even like the word content really. It's like, when am I going to start sharing value, or when am I going to post things that I only want to post things that ideally should help. And I'm training for the New York City Marathon right now. I'm running a ton. I'm working a ton. I'm really all in on the business and all in on training. And the big thing is that I really don't want to post anything that doesn't help people in some way. And there should be some bit of value in every single video I put on YouTube. So unless it's surfing or something else, but even then, that's value for the audience that likes surfing. Really try and create with intention. And that's all I got today. If you have any questions, ideas, comments, whatever, leave them below so I can check them out. And I appreciate if you enjoyed this video. Just share it with a friend who might gain some value from it. See you on the next one.